Rafael here from Flip English School, and today we're going to talk a little bit about a new verb tense called present perfect, okay? Now, I know it's a little bit different for Brazilian students because we don't have this verb tense in Portuguese, but I'm going to try to give you as many examples as I can and show the different possibilities of using it, okay? And I hope you like the video. Alright guys, so as I said, today we're going to talk a little bit about the present perfect, okay? But before I start with the explanation, start with the examples, I want to show the construction to make it a little bit easier. Here, I have an example here of a sentence in the present perfect. I have forgotten my car keys, okay? So how do I construct this sentence? You must be thinking there are two verbs, right? Have and forget. But actually have is kind of like an auxiliary verb. Let's see some examples here. Look at here. I have forgotten my car keys. Have. I'm going to use have or has depending on the person. So I have, he has. Okay? Forgotten my car keys. So forgotten is the past participle of the verb. Okay? So forget, forgot, forgotten. So how do we build the present perfect? Well, have or has plus the past participle of the verb. So you must be saying, but Rafael, I've never heard of this thing called past participle. No problem. Let's take a look here. I've got some more examples for you. In the infinitive, I have forget, in the past, forgot, and in the past participle, forgotten. Okay? Go, went, gone. Visit, visited, visited. So there are some more examples of the past participle, and you can find lists that have all these verbs, okay, to help you better understand them. All right, so let's get going with the first example I have here. Now, the first use, I'm going to talk about how we use the present perfect first. So the first moment we use the present perfect, I have some examples here for you. I have been to the US. So once again, have and been. Been is the past participle of the verb be, okay? Be, was or were, and in the past participle been. So I have been to the US. Have you ever traveled abroad? I haven't been to Japan. Now, why did I say this is the first moment you use the present perfect? Well, you see, these sentences, as you can pay attention here, they refer to the past. Okay, you see here the present, the past, the future, but they refer to the past. And they represent an event in the past with no specific time. Okay? Any time in your life up to now, any time in your life before now, okay? So I say, I have been to the US. Do you know a specific time? No. Okay, you know I have been to the US. You know the action, okay? Have you ever traveled abroad? Okay? I haven't been to Japan, okay? So I like to say that you use this first moment you use present perfect is to talk about your experience. Just remember your experience or the things you have experienced, okay? But just remember that there is no specific time in the past, okay? It's not definite, all right? Now, the second moment we're going to talk about, I have an example here for you. I have lost my car keys. Now, this is an event that happened in the past that has an effect in the present. Why? Let's see. Well, I have lost my car keys, so now I don't have them. I can't go home. You see, so it's an event in the past that has an effect in the present, okay? So this is another possibility of the present perfect. All right, now the third possibility for the present perfect, I put here, I have been an English teacher for 14 years. This is true, okay guys? I have been an English teacher for 14 years. So what idea do I get from this sentence? Well, if I look at this timeline here and I see that now it's the present, I have the past and the future there, of course. And I say to you that it's a past event that continues up to now. Because look at this. It started in the past, but at the moment I am a teacher. So I can say I have been an English teacher for 14 years. Okay? Started in the past and continues up to now. Alright, a fourth possibility here. I got an example that I say, I have seen Lords of Dogtown many times. Pay attention to this time word there, many times, okay? Do you know Lords of Dogtown? It's that movie about when they started skateboarding, you know, they got Tony Alba. Well, anyways, it's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, take a look. So I have seen Lords of Dogtown many times, okay? Now, in this sentence, you can see, okay, once again, we have the timeline here, the present, the past, the future. But pay attention that when I say many times, I'm talking about a repeated event in the past with no specific time. Okay? So, many times in the past. But do you know exactly the date, the day, the year? You don't know because I didn't say. I just said it was many times in the past, okay? So I have seen Lords of Dogtown many times, all right? Now, another example I have here, this example number 5, or way to use present perfect number 5. I created a little dialogue for you. Pay attention. Is Susan home? She has just gone to work. Okay, I'll stop by later. So look at this here. What idea do you get from this sentence? She has just gone to work. Pay attention to the word just, right? Because once again I have my timeline here, present, past, future. But if you pay attention to the word just, it means a recent past or just an event that happened a short time ago. So look at this. She has just gone to work. So maybe 2 minutes, 5 minutes ago, I don't know. It's not specific, but I know that it was a short time in the past. Okay? Alright guys, so those are the 5 examples I wanted to give you of ways you can use the present perfect. Okay? But there's a little more I want to talk about. So let's take a look once again of the at the construction of present perfect. So once again, I use have or has plus the past participle of the verb, correct? All right, so let's take a look here. In the affirmative, I'm going to say, I have been to England before. How about he? He has been to England before. Okay, so remember that he, she, it, I have to use has instead of have. Okay? In the negative, I haven't been to China. And he hasn't been to China. In the interrogative, I have to say, have you ever been to Brazil? This is a question. Have you ever been to Brazil? And he. Has he ever been to Brazil? Okay? Guys, remember that ever means any time before now. Before this moment, okay? Ever, any time in your life, okay? All right, one more thing that I'm going to talk about now, and we'll finish the video. I know it's a long video, so hold on, stay with me. Is the difference of present perfect and past simple. Because they are both tenses that refer to the past, okay? But there's a slight difference. Let's take a look. Well, look at this example here. I have done my homework, okay? Now look at this other example. I did my homework before class. Can you see how they are different? Well, obviously, the first example is present perfect. Have done, right? Have plus the past participle. The second example is past simple. I did my homework before class, okay? Now, take a look at the difference. I have done my homework indicates that it's an indefinite time. It's in the past, but it's indefinite. It's not an exact time, okay? I don't know what time or I don't know exactly when I did the homework. Okay? Now, when I say I did my homework before class, it's a definite time before class. Okay? One more example here. I have traveled abroad 3 times. And look at this other sentence. I traveled abroad in 1999, 2002, and 2013. What's the difference? Well, the first one is present perfect, and the second one is past simple. Now look at the difference, okay? Present perfect, once again, has indefinite time. The time is not specific. I have traveled abroad 3 times. You know it's 3 times in the past, but you don't know exactly when, okay? Now, in the past simple, when I say I traveled abroad in 1999, 2002, and 2013, it's a definite time. It's a specific time in the past. That's why it's past simple. Well, guys, there is a little bit more to talk about in terms of present perfect, but for today, that will be it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.